Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Ginger Ninja. We've got Waylander here and also Cyber Wolf, making sure we get the best replays up in here. Let us know what's happening tonight, Way.
Well, we've got the Prominence, who was so very impressive yesterday, up against Nabjutsu. It's only going to be the one match today because we've got a bit of, how we can say, technical difficulties going on in the background with a couple of squads. I know I saw in the live chat there was lots of fans of Echelon 1, former Alchemy X. They're going through a reshuffle, so they decided that they want to pull out of the tournament. We'll see maybe if we can possibly get a replacement in for them, but we'll be watching the space. And the game that was supposed to follow this, which is God Valley up against Exodus, which was a match I was extremely excited for. God Valley also having some issues, so we got that game rescheduled. But we'll post the schedules up for all of that soon. But right now, let's leave all the background noise aside and focus on the action that's about to come our way. Prominence on the left and Nabjutsu on the right. Let's get into the coin toss here. So. Get going. With the coin toss and our typical bands. Let's see what happens here. We're gonna get the show on the road. Yeah, about a minute late. But well, what's a minute compared to normal SA time of doing everything? And heads it is. So let's get right, so left or right. Right. Okay, they're taking the left, and we don't get to ask it yet. I'm sorry, Shumzi, you can't be in the lobby with us while we're streaming a game. And now we get into the banning phase. It's going to be the South African version of the 5-man ban. So we get to see Ling and Hayabusa coming out for the side of the Prominence. Then Nabjutsu, let's see what they go for. I'm busy typing nothing. So Ling, Hayabusa, two meta, very meta assassins. It's Chip and Joy. Interesting. They must have seen the Chip play from last night and, well, the Joy play that we saw in the MSA from the Prominence. So quite interesting. Looks like some homework's being done by Nabjutsu. How is this homework gonna pan out? I'm actually hoping that Shady is somewhere in this chat watching, because he was giving the guys a lot of advice as to how they can adjust and correct certain parts of their gameplay. But let's get everybody to ready up and then not look at all the messages people send me. Get to the actual lobbyman messages. Capital E there. Are they ready? Who hasn't readied? It's just general show. We have to wait 1 minute for him. Probably gonna pee.
Shout out to everyone in the chat joining after the rugby. Not out drinking.
Yeah. Or they could already be drunk. Who knows?
Drunk watching streams. Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. So yeah, congratulations to the Blocker though, as we know. Taking another W. The unstoppable force that is the South African Springboks.
Sorry for those who were betting on the All Blacks tonight.
The All Blacks. Serial rivals. Also serial chokers in the World Cups. Let's just inform the teams that we're starting now, and they should good luck and have fun. I'm expecting quite a matchup here between these two teams. The Prominence have... I cannot tell you how impressed I was with their performance in the previous match. It was, whoa. That was the first time we actually saw Africa Burn take an L. But enough about that. It's you're only as good as your last game or your last performance, and well, the performances are necessary now. So let's get to see what's happening. So we notice it's gonna be Suki gets the first ban, Zushin. You don't ever want to leave Zushin in the hands of your enemies, so you might as well get rid of the Zushin. Nice and early.
Hey, what's up, Godly? I hope I'm saying that right. Take you in here with us.
Well, when I spoke to Slim Shady, he was saying to me that you actually got the pronunciation of his XP laner right. Or the Roma, for last night. So,
no lie.
Yeah, that's true. So, Hylos ban comes out from Nabjutsu, realizing that Prominence has the first pick, and without Zushin, they don't really want to try and deal with a counter to Hylos. Nice ban from Prominence with the Camilla, taking that out of the hands of Shade Malice there. So he doesn't have that set potential, that extremely strong set potential. Shroomsy in the chat, giving a lot of love to the team here. Hey Shroomsy, nice to see you. Oh, Roger ban comes out from the side of Nabjutsu. They don't want to leave that very possible flex pick. So Slim Shady, he did play Mage in the last match we got to see. Who's he going to be picking up here? Are they going to go for the Mage first pick? As the countdown goes down. And it's the Zosk, the alien from outer space, that lands as the first pick on our Conquerors of Dawn. First match of the day.
Zach's a boy. So,
Shadex Velocity picking up the Terrusla. That's a very, very strong XP laner.
Oh,
extremely tanky, versatile, good pick.
Oh, that's juicy, man.
Lots of set potential. Ooh, the Farsa comes out. So that means, yeah, they're gonna hope that Memphis doesn't pick up any Dive Assassins. I mean, what Dive Assassins are left? It's just the Lancelot, Fanny. Vendetta taking the Ruby. Ruby is sort of a flex pick. Is it Ruby gonna be XP lane? Is Ruby roam? Memphis taking the Harith. Whoa, this is the first Harith jungle we've seen.
That's gross. But I'm interested to see what's gonna happen on Nabjutsu's side right now, man. What are you gonna comp there?
Well, you're gonna need to have some lockdown for this Harith, otherwise he's just gonna be dancing across that little crossbow that he places on the field. Reversal picking up the Claude by the looks of it, giving them a bit of split push potential.
I'm thinking that with that faster ult could be juicy as well, man.
I wonder if they think, because like right now they could it could be Harith gold lane, it could be Harith jungle. I don't think Nabjutsu realize.
I was thinking the same thing, brother. I was honestly thinking the same thing, which is why I think they maybe opted for the MM pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they might also be thinking the same thing.
Oh, General Cho with the Granger ban. Looks like they definitely watched last night's match.
Oh, yep. That thing was gross, bro. That thing popped off.
Yeah, Memphis on the Granger just busting everybody down left, right, and center, using their mobility to get out of dodge. Oh, Tiger ban comes out.
Ooh, Tiggy. No Tiggy.
Yeah, you were saying?
Although, do you think they would have taken a Tiggy, yeah?
Well, possible. It depends now, because they've got, apart from the Mage, which you know is the Mage, right? They've got like two literal flex picks. This is what I love about the flex picks. It sort of keeps the opposition guessing as to what you're gonna do. how they're supposed to strategize, counter, etc. But they don't really want to. I can understand what Prominence is thinking. They want to remove the set potential out of the hands of Nab Jutsu because of that Fasa ultimate.
Oh, I see you. That Alucard pick. Another juicy one from Chow. I know he likes these aloe.
Yeah, he does love his aloe. Not really considered a meta jungler, but he can actually deal with the Harroth quite nicely. As Harroth dashes around, you're just going to use your passive to follow him and, basically do that damage.
I know I've said this before. I don't think I've ever said it on stream, but I feel like Alucard has always been there. Never on top, never too broken, never too that far down in the meta. Just he's on that sweet spot, as a hero. He's not too broken, not too bad, and also he's also like, how do you call this? Situational.
Yeah. This Khalid pick is brilliant in my opinion. Now they have this ability to properly dive the backline with the Sandstorm coming out. Shade Malice with a Johnson. That one that to be honest, I'm not too sure about is the Johnson pick. Maybe they have a possible combo in mind here, but I'm like not too sure about that. The Minnow.
I'm seeing the Fasa and the Johnson and the Claude working together here, bro. And even the fighter.
Yeah, but there's a reason people don't play Johnson in 5, man. There's a reason, but we'll get to see. I don't want to be too negative about anything. Surprise me. The Minotaur pick I'm loving because, I just love Minotaur. He's an awesome hero. He's got the ability to set. He's got the heals. He's like basically a tanky support.
I feel you.
Alright, but enough about what I like and don't like. Let's get into the matchup. I'm sure people are not interested in what my opinions are. They want to see the action. So we've got Memphis starting off with his red buff. Looks like they're going to go up for a gold lane gank. It is Ruby on the gold lane, just FYI. Because, Ruby right now is the ultimate flex pick. Is it Roam? Is it XP? Is it gold? What's going on? But a lot of people have been using this because of the MPL strat. We get to see a lot of poke damage coming out right at the start. Khalid up against the Terizla. They just want to poke each other down. Merlin has his wave cleared. General Cho, are they going for the invasion? No, the Minotaur just giving a bit of vision, making sure that Memphis can secure that Little Wanderer. General Cho taking a small buff, making a rotation really quick. Are they going for the early gank? Does Khalid know that this coming? Stun comes in, follow-up damage flicker comes out, forcing the... And on the top lane, meanwhile, we've got to see an engagement here onto reversal, but they force Khalid with a flicker. He's not going to have that resource in time for the first turtle fight. That's going to be interesting. Oh, wrap around here. Claude getting caught out. Uses the Purify to get away with a flame shot. Almost taking him down, but he escapes. Got General Cho taking up his farm. Johnson getting poked down here in the mud, but he's tanky, so tanky. Oh, the Terizla engages onto the Zask there, gets a bit of poke damage. It's gonna be now the first objective for the game. We see General Cho hovering around. Is he gonna contest for this objective? Khalid trying to get a bit of poke damage onto the Terizla. Terizla almost a level 4. General Cho opting to start taking this first turtle of the game. But he's got to be careful. He's got to position right. We got the engagement coming out from the Minotaur. Oh, penalty zone. Landing onto Cho. Fasa with the ultimate. Is there the follow-up? Khalid there manages to take down the Johnson. He commits the Sandstorm. But it's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange. It's Khalid who falls, but it is the Terizla. Both XP lanes fall. And the turtle... Oh, and they managed to get a pick off onto Merlin on the mid lane. 2-1 to the side of the Prominence here. Making a quick rotation up. They don't want to let this Claude get too much of farm. Lovely quick rotation from the Ruby there. Managing to get the CC onto Merlin on the far side in the mid lane. Establishing a bit of a gold lead. 1.2k to the side of them because they did get that turtle through the entire engagement. It was good Retchi there coming out from Memphis on the Harroth. as we get to see Johnson starts driving around here. And this is the thing about Johnson. He's not ever going to be really in position to try and... Oh, is he going to crash it? He crashed it onto the Minotaur. This is the follow-up from the team. Penalty zone gets committed. Dan's onto nobody. The Fasa with the ultimate coming in to burst him down. Claude with a blazing duet. The Johnson, he's taking a lot of damage. Zarski to the backline with that nightmaric spawn. But we got the engagement onto the Ruby. She's sustaining through so much. Manages to get away. It is a 1-for-1 exchange. But the Kali comes in with a sandstorm. They take down the Terizla. It's a 2-for-1 trade-off for a side of prominence. Putting the hurt to Nabjutsu early on in the game. Establishing now a 1.5k gold lead. The damage not really coming out here from Nabjutsu. Had a nice engagement there, but if you miss one skill like that penalty zone, then you're going to have a bit of problem. Johnson driving around, trying to keep the enemy team honest. With the Johnson, it's just going to be a little bit hard for Merlin to rotate from the mid lane. That's just the real issue here. So you got Memphis starting the turtle early. Johnson crashes in. Penalty zone onto 3. Where is the follow-up from the team? They're sustaining for so much. It's the blazing duet in the backline. It's 1. It's 2. And the turtle goes to the side of Nabjutsu. They got the Nightmaric spawn comes out there. Engagement onto this the Khalid. He's taking so much damage, but he uses that second skill of his to heal up. And the engagement there going to the side of Nabjutsu, reducing that gold lead a little bit, managing to get the turtle and to get a couple of kills in the process. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe this Johnson pick can work out quite nicely. Oh, we finally get to see Theodora in the chat. Theodora, people were wondering where you were. They wanted to know. Theodora the celebrity. Especially with the Johnson driving around.
People missed the...
Oh! Yeah, they use what a beautiful play from Slim Shady there. Using the Nightmaric spawn to crash that Johnson. Quite clever use. Mid lane, just poking around here. Let's see the 2 XP laners going at it. Shade X Velocity having the better of that exchange, but he is likely... Oh, they use the penalty zone to get out nice and early. They're trying to get this gank here, but you got the Johnson waiting. There's the Fossa. Is she going to come with the ultimate? It's going to be the minute when Fury comes out. But you see the follow-up engagement. They're just going on to the Fossa. There's the damage coming out from General Cho there. They managed to take down the Fossa, but it's going to be a double kill for the side of Memphis. You make that a triple. This Herald going off. Will he get the Maniac? He wants it. He's going for it. He picks up the Maniac and gets out, taking down General Cho under the turret. Beautiful counter engagement there. That Minoan Fury setup. They managed to cancel the Fossa ultimate to make sure that the damage wasn't really coming out. Fossa was slightly a little bit too close. Oh, she's using this to try and zone them away. But Ruby says, no, we want you. We want to get you. Again, Johnson being using that Nightmaric spawn to just crash the Johnson out of his ultimate. And it's going to be another turtle. This time uncontested to the side of the prominence. They're in pole position at this moment in time, establishing a 3.5k gold lead. Got a bit of map control here. But the only thing you can really say... Yeah.
Sorry, Memphis was cooking with that Harith pick, man. 100% he was cooking with that Harith pick.
Oh, exactly poke damage coming out onto the Johnson. Are they going to continue the engagement? No, Johnson manages to get out. They're just trying to bait you. They want to pull Nabjutsu's damage dealers in before they start committing the skills. Oh, stun comes out onto the Claude. He's second skills away. Manages to get out of harm's way there, but it looks like this tier 2 turret's going to fall. Johnson, meanwhile, driving around, trying to look for a potential set and pickup, but you got to see. Are they going to go around? No, nice camp there from the Harith. Gets a bit of poke damage onto the Terizla. Oh, Alucard engages. Sandstorm comes out, but he got baited out from the Alucard there. Manages to take down the XP laner to about half health, but he's just gonna heal it up, this Khalid. Mid lane, we get to see it being pushed in. Well, we see them trying to force this mid lane turret. Ruby trying to zone away. They're waiting for the damage dealers to come in to make sure that they take this turret. There you go, taking down the mid lane turret. Nice ability to take objectives. Lots of poke damage coming out into the Terizla, but you gotta be careful. Penalty zone lands onto 4. General Cho follows up with a damage, but it's this Harith. He's so fed. He's just going wild. Picks up the double kill, but and all just for exchange of the Minotaur there who falls. Memphis impressing 2 games in a row as the tier 2 turrets are falling. We get to see a almost 6k gold lead going to the side of Prominence as they have the map control, the gold advantage, the kills on their side, and it's time for the Lord. Are they going to be able to secure this? Will Nabjutsu be able to mount a comeback? All it takes is one good set. They just don't have the damage to follow up. They are getting the set. That penalty zone on a 4 was brilliant from the Terizla there, but without the damage to follow up, what can you really do? It's this gold difference that's playing a part now. So, poking around the Lord, trying to bait Nabjutsu out here, trying to get them to expose themselves so that they can actually win the team fights like they have been. Memphis decides he's going to commit the ultimate, gets the dashes in. Look at how nicely he's just using that there. Nabjutsu decide to disengage, leave this Lord. It is the unenhanced Lord, so they're hoping that we get to... we can see the bulls here for those of you who want to check what's going on here. With the bulls at this moment in time. So lanes being pushed out by Nabjutsu. They just want to try and make sure that these waves are not pushed in evenly. So it gives them the opportunity to do something. Defend. Because if they do get towards the late game, then the game shifts a little bit. Because the main source of damage right now is gonna be the Harith. Zosk will start to fall off a little bit once it gets towards the late game. He's just really strong in the early game. So that's all Nabjutsu are trying to do now. They just want to hold the defense, try and get their farm back, get their damage dealers online, the Claude, the Alucard, and Fasa. Let's see how this turns out.
Damn it, I missed one.
Oh, lots of poke damage coming out to the Alucard, but Nabjutsu managed to protect this tier 3 turret, the first one. They had the lanes being pushed slightly unevenly by doing that push, giving up the Lord and going in to ensure that the waves are uneven so they can at least mount a defense. Try and save this. Oh, Harith, he engages, but there's no real lockdown for him. The Fasa comes out with a stun. Minotaur comes in to save his teammate. They're zoning away so they can try and take this mid lane tower. Penalty zone onto 4. Alucard jumps in. They manage to get down this Harith finally. The follow-up damage. General Cho going wild, but he manages to pick up 1. He picks up 2. He picks up 3. Is it going to be more? Do they get this? It's Claude engaging onto the... mage there, but Alucard, he's just trying. Oh, they managed. Oh, the Ruby doing so much. Cancels the Fasa ulti. I think Fasa might fall for us here. General Cho wants to try and defend us, but Vendetta, well, a real Vendetta against those two, goes in 1v2, taking both of them down, sustaining through all of that, and picking up the kill. This is the reason why Ruby Gold Lane is so meta. You can see the build here. It's a war axe and then just defense after that.
Dude, that was some crazy stuff right there, bro.
Oh, engagement onto the Claude. Johnson commits the ultimate. It's the Blazing Duet comes out from Claude, using it more as a defense mechanism to get out of dodge here. Johnson driving around, waiting to see for his opportunity.
I feel you, Toyota. Yo, what's going on here, man? Because Harith is on fire, and I don't know, Nabjutsu is doing some funny things, man.
Okay, so Johnson circling like a shark, hoping to get a set play, but nice zoning coming up from the side of Prominence. They're already in position. They know what's cooking. They want to make sure that they crash this Johnson before anything dangerous happens. Oh, that was almost a drive-by there. Memphis in the bush there was like, oh, he saw his life flash before his eyes.
It's not over yet, but at least they know where he's coming from now.
Yeah, so we've got the Lord. They're starting us. They're waiting for the Johnson to make the circle. Lord down a half health. Will they have the time to get the engagement? The zoning away from Prominence. Beautiful from them. They do not have time to try and contest this. Fossa tries to go in there. Ruby catches the Fossa. Is it going to be it? Oh, and the Sandstorm comes out. That was an overcommitment. Penalty zone into the backline. Blazing US committed from the club. They managed to take down one from the Prominence, but it's the Mullen who's fallen as well. The Minoan Fury comes out, landing onto just the one, but oh, God. Look at Ruby go wild. They managed to take down 3 from Namjutsu. He's only General Cho and Shadek's Velocity alive with the Lord starving up the mid lane. And the engagement, it just doesn't want to stop. They just continuing with this Ruby, CCing this Alucard. They're not going to want to let him go away. Teruzla comes in to protect his teammate, but this mid lane turret's going to fall. Oh, look at the stun onto the Teruzla. Has to commit the flicker. He uses the penalty zone to get out of harm's way. Mullen with a Feather of Heaven strike, landing down there. Oh, the Fook comes in there onto the Fossa, and she just gets smashed down. The Lord is in the base. The time clock is going on here. Oh, the Johnson's arriving. He's trying to do something. Magnetic Spawn comes out. General Show falls there. It's a 3 versus 4 defense going on. Harold coming in here as the Fook. Is he going to be able to defend this? The wave's being pushed in. Oh my word. The Claude. Oh, they got a turret lock. You can see the stuns coming out. The Nexus down a half health. I don't think they're going to be able to defend this. And the game goes to the Prominence.
I think I'm starting to understand what EETT stands for, bro. It's extra terrestrial, man. Ruby is not from this planet, bro.
Oh, Ruby MVP. Wow, what a game.
110, bro. That was cooking. We're like, first of all, that Harris was cooking with the pick, but that Ruby coming in clutch, just as Nabjusu thinks they got the upper hand, or maybe an opportunity to make a comeback, and it was, that was insane. That was so good to watch.
Oh, yes. So, we got to see Nabjutsu taking an L against the Prominence. Prominence, what a win. What a win.
Straight up, 100%.
So, right now we're going to be waiting for the final team to go through from Group C. It's Prominence who have qualified. They're going to go through. Once you get your 2 wins, the third match doesn't really matter. So it's Prominence who are going to go through. They've already beat Africa Burn. They've beaten Nabjutsu. They've just got to face the Kenyan team. Hopefully they don't have the same issues that they had in the previous match. Where we had those problems to deal with. But that for them is a bit of a dead rubber. Win or lose, they're going to go through anyway. Nabjutsu will be the first team that's going to get knocked out of this group stage from Group C. Once you take 2 losses, with just 3 points, it's going to be a mathematical miracle for you to get through. So we were supposed to bring you the next match following this, right? But like we said, God Valley had a bit of technical difficulties in the whole procedure here, so we're gonna try and get those games rescheduled, but we'll see how things go there. Tomorrow is gonna be a jam-packed schedule, though some of those games, because of issues certain teams are having from other countries and stuff, we're gonna have to try and readjust this, so we might have a spillover onto Monday and Tuesday to see what games we can get sorted out and done there. But we just got to see who's going to be going through from Group C, who's going to go in through second. But right now it's Africa Burn in pretty much pole position to try and get through to the next game. But it all depends on what happens in tomorrow night's match with them. So right now, as things stands, the 2 teams in the lead of Group C is Prominence, who've qualified, and Africa Burn in second position. And then we're going to see what happens with Group D, with their games all kicking off tomorrow. I know this was a bit of a shorter stream compared to what we normally do, a 30-minute stream. When was the last time? New territory.
First time.
New territory for everybody. But we thank you all for tuning in to watch this game with us. We really appreciate all the support that we get from you guys. But sadly, from us at Waylander Gaming. This is going to be goodbye and good night.
Good night, everybody. Stay in school. Don't do drugs.